Welcome to In the Cool of the Day. I am your host, Tia Young, filling in for co-pastor Emily Atnall of the All Nations Church of God in Alexandria, Virginia. Our topic focuses on teen pregnancies and how together as a community we can invest in a generation of successful families rather than writing off one of our most precious gifts, our children. Back when I was a young girl, many brilliant young women were totally written off by society because they were unwed mothers. These young ladies were often treated horribly, and so were their children. Many parents, relatives, and even our society, for the most part, turned their backs or shunned the unwed mother. Thank God that that particular ignorance has decreased. Our special guest today is the founder and CEO of Generation Hope, an organization which she founded in March of 2010. As CEO, she oversees all aspects of Generation Hope's operations. She lives in Maryland with her husband, Dante, and their 2 daughters. We will also meet later in the show Generation Hope scholar, Miss Colleen Bass. Colleen will share her story right after our break. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Nicole Lynn Lewis, founder and CEO of Generation Hope. Nicole, hello.
Hi,
How are you?
you?
It's a
Thank you
pleasure.
for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I have tons of questions because
Great.
this subject is really close to my heart.
Wonderful.
I have some memories of friends of mine, things that they went through as teenagers and being unwed parent, mother.
Right.
So let's start off with you telling us a little bit about your academic and professional accomplishments.
Well, I can start off by saying that I was a teen mom, so I always put that in light of the academic accomplishments and professional accomplishments that I've had. I got pregnant my senior year of high school, and like the young women that you described, I was told that my life was over. I wasn't going to go to college. I was an honor roll student. I was on the college trajectory, and even despite all of my academic success in high school, people thought, wow, you're going to have a child. It's over for you. Yeah. But I didn't want that to be the case. Obviously now I was going to be a mom, and I thought it was so important that I get my college degree. And so I went to the College of William & Mary. Actually, when my daughter was 3 months old is when I started as a freshman, and graduated in 4 years just like any other student. Went on to get my master's degree from George Mason University in social policy and communications. And shortly after graduating, started working in the nonprofit world. Started out in the private sector and then moved over to the nonprofit world, really looking at youth and the needs of youth, but also really focused on the issue of teen pregnancy, obviously because of my own story. And started Generation Hope in 2010 as a result of seeing the need as well as knowing what I had been through in my own journey.
Wow. Did you have support of your family, or were you just pretty much out there all alone?
Initially, my parents weren't as supportive because I was in a really tumultuous relationship with my daughter's father. Okay. And so they were really concerned for me and for my daughter. But I ended up leaving my daughter's father the summer of my freshman year and moved on to campus. And that is when they were able to be more supportive of me and my journey. But I always say, when my daughter was born, the love affair between my mom and my daughter began. Immediately, she was in the delivery room, and we got closer as a result. Yeah, I mean, babies have a way sometimes of really changing things and healing relationships. And so as soon as my daughter was born, my parents were very involved and really supportive.
Good. What motivated you to really start Generation Hope?
Well, it's a combination. I mentioned, knowing my own journey. I had seen my life really transformed by my college degree. When I started as a freshman, I was a young single mom. I had a 3-month-old at home. I had no money. I didn't know where I was going to get tuition money from. I didn't know where my book money was going to come from. But I had this goal and this dream and this desire to be a college graduate.
In the freshman year, you
yes,
had that?
Yes.
Oh,
I was really,
okay.
really, it was important to me that I get my degree. And so I think, graduating in 4 years, even through, I was homeless for a period of time. I didn't have food in my fridge. We didn't have heat one winter. So it was very much a sacrifice financially. It was difficult emotionally. And at times it could be very lonely. But when I graduated, I got my first job. I was making $40,000 a year. I was doing PR for a major insurance company and traveling to go meet with VPs of $1 billion company. And so I saw in that moment, wow, this is all possible because of my college degree. Right. And so I saw the transformation in my own life and the ability to provide for my daughter in a way that I would not have been able to had I not had my degree. And I also saw in this region the tremendous need. DC has the #1 teen pregnancy rate in the nation. The surrounding areas, Northern Virginia, Montgomery County, Prince George's, Howard County, even all of the surrounding areas also really struggle with this issue of how do we help teen parents, those teens who do have a child, become economically stable and be able to provide for that child. And I was thinking, wow, I would love to work or get involved with an organization that really just solely focuses on teen parents and college completion. And I was looking around, and it didn't exist. And I thought, oh my gosh. And it didn't exist here in the DC area where it's so needed, but also even across the country, it was just very rare to find an organization focused on this issue. And so Lily Tomlin has a quote that says, I used to always wonder, why didn't somebody do something about that? And then I realized I was that somebody. And so that's what really happened is I saw my own experience, my own journey as a teen mom in college, and what it had done for me and for my daughter. And then I also saw the need and the fact that there was a significant gap in terms of services in our community for this population.
The thing that really jumps out at me as you have been talking here just a short time is that you really have walked a mile in the shoes of the young unwed teen mother. And a lot of CEOs are heads of companies, and sometimes they really don't know. It's kind of like, you're trying to help someone, but if you've never had your phone turned off, or you never know what it's like to sit in the dark because the utility bill hasn't been paid, it's kind of hard to put your pulse, there.
Yes.
So that's really good. Did you run into opposition, when you first tried to start the organization, Generation Hope?
I think the biggest opposition was really just the economy. Starting a nonprofit in 2010 when many nonprofits were shutting their doors or having to kind of change their operations because of the economy. It was a difficult time to try to start something. And I definitely had people who said, oh, we'll wait, maybe until things improve a little bit, or I would often say, hopefully Bill Gates will knock on our door with a check. So that was really the opposition, I think, was just knowing that the climate was going to be difficult for starting a brand new organization. But I really believed in the mission. And I thought, if I do everything that I possibly can to create a really strong, sustainable organization, even in an economically difficult time, this can grow, and this can be really be a force in our community, and that's what happened. It really we've grown so much in 5 years, and we had very humble beginnings. I didn't have a huge Rolodex. I didn't have Bill Gates. Unfortunately, he never knocked on my door. Never knocked. But I had a passion. I had a really sound business plan for this organization, and early on, I was able to get some amazing folks on board to really help with getting us underway.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Tell me about your Scholars Program. I know that's a signature there.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So our Scholar Program is the bulk of our services at Generation Hope, and we do exactly what I described, which we solely focus on college completion for teen parents. And the Scholar Program, we looked at what are the two biggest obstacles for teen parents to get their college degrees. It's one, lack of finances, and two, lack of emotional support.
Right.
So we said, okay, we're going to build a program that seeks to build those two supports back in for these young parents. And the financial support, we provide up to $2,400 a year in tuition. We are also make available to them a emergency fund. So if there's a crisis situation such as lack of childcare or lack of housing, we're able to pull from that fund and provide some short-term support so that we have the ability to keep them in school and to keep a roof over their heads and things like that.
Right.
The emotional support we provide is through one-on-one mentoring. And across the board, I think all of our scholars will tell you that that's the most impactful part of our program, is that they're matched with an individual who is dedicated to them emotionally, a cheerleader, a problem solver, really there to make sure that they walk across the graduation stage. It's not a one-year commitment, it's a multi-year commitment.
Wow.
And the other unique thing about our program is that the mentors are also providing that tuition support. So it is a very direct giving opportunity for people who may be tired of writing a check to an organization, not really knowing where it's going.
Yeah.
You're mentoring the person that's benefiting from your giving. So it's a very invested opportunity for people. And we find that our retention rate in terms of our mentors is much higher than other mentoring programs, really because I think it's such a significant investment of not only your time but also your funding.
Right. That's right.
We also provide college readiness workshops out in the community to younger teen parents. So students who are parenting and are in high school. So we have partnerships with local high schools, local school districts. We also work with other nonprofit organizations, social service agencies, churches, anywhere that they're serving this population. And we go in and we talk to them about the very basics about college. What's the difference between a 2-year and a 4-year? What's the difference between a loan, a grant, and a scholarship?
Okay. Nicole, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back and we'll pick right back up with that.
Okay.
So as you heard, we're going to take a short break, but we will be right back with more great success stories of Generation Hope as we meet Colleen Bass of Alexandria, Virginia. So don't touch that dial.
How do you know? No cages, no crates, no tie stalls, no painful living conditions. How do you know? No hormones or antibiotics in feed. How can you know? Your choice is wholesome and humane. Did you know choosing natural foods raised in humane conditions promotes farm animal well-being as well as yours and your family? Choose Certified Humane. Certified Humane certification and labeling program assures customers that when they purchase products with the Certified Humane logo, those animals were raised healthy and humanely. When you choose Certified Humane, everyone benefits. For more information about Certified Humane and its benefits to animals, farmers, and consumers, visit their website at www.certifiedhumane.org. That's www.certifiedhumane.org.
Welcome back. You're watching In the Cool of the Day, and our special guests from Generation Hope, Nicole Lynn Lewis, founder and CEO, and Colleen Bass, one of Generation Hope's success stories. Colleen is a student at Northern Virginia Community College, and she desires to become an attorney in the very near future. Welcome to our set, Colleen.
Thank you.
Good. Now, before the break, Nicole was sharing with us about the Scholar program. So if you would finish up on that.
Sure. I was just kind of talking about our college readiness workshops. We go out into the community, we talk to young people, young parents about the fact that college is a viable option after high school. What we found is that many people stop talking to young parents about college as soon as they discover that they're going to be a parent. And then sometimes they're in an environment where they weren't being talked to about college to begin with, regardless.
Right.
So what we try to do is really be that voice out in the community to tell them, no, you really can go to college. Here's what it's all about, and here's some information about our program. So we reach about 200 pregnant or parenting high school students annually through that those college readiness workshops. And then right now we have 35 teen moms and dads in the program whom we support in college. Colleen is one of them. And in July we'll be doubling our numbers to 60 to 65 students that we'll be supporting in college who are parents.
I heard you say something that caught my attention. You said the teen moms and dads?
Yes.
So there are dads that are involved.
Yes.
That's so encouraging
Yes,
to hear.
yes. We really, I've always been very passionate about including teen fathers in the program. So we're really excited. We have 3 amazing teen dads in the program now. And, you know, fathers are such a vital part of the family, and we want to support them in the same way that we support moms.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, Colleen, you know, you already look like attorney Colleen. I almost about to say attorney Bass. Colleen, tell us, what has been the best thing about being a part of the Generation Hope program?
I think one of the things that I love the most about Generation Hope is the mentor program. Nicole talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'm a very strong believer that it takes a community to raise a child, and it takes support. The mom needs to be taken care of in order to provide adequate care for her child. And that's just what the mentors do. They are your emotional support, your physical support. If you need a break, find a sitter, go out with your mentor. So it's a very just encouraging relationship. And we joke that Generation Hope has like matchmaker powers. My mentor match is just amazing. My mentor Caitlin is phenomenal. We match up on so many different levels. She's just young and like me, and so it's not like you don't feel too distant between ability to relate to each other. And I'd have to say the second thing that I love the most about Generation Hope is just the community of having people that you can relate to. Because I feel like as teen moms, we feel very isolated and are sometimes kept that way by society as a way to kind of keep us down. And it's really unfortunate. But Generation Hope offers that kind of community where us as teen parents can kind of come around and like put each other under our arms and kind of comfort each other. Like, oh, my kid was crying and I have a test tomorrow. And we have a group Facebook page, and we can just like post encouraging things during final season. So it really is a community, and it allows you to have support yourself, but then also for your kids to have friends when you attend the events, because most people bring their kids. So it's support for both the parent and the child, which is absolutely vital for a good family dynamic.
Right, that's wonderful. Now, Nicole has talked about the mentor program, and you've talked a little bit about it. There is also a scholar program as well, or is that
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. So let's go back a little bit and tell us what an average day for you is like from the time you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What's an average day
Probably
like?
when I go to bed. Well, during the school year, it's very busy, obviously. I'm a parent. I go to college full-time, and I work. I'm fortunate enough to have a job that is very flexible. I work for a contracting company as an administrative assistant. But usually my morning starts around 6:30 to 7, where I'm waking up, getting myself together, getting breakfast ready, then getting my daughter awake, who oftentimes doesn't want to be awake. And then getting her to have breakfast, really trying to zone in on that quality time in the morning, because I do have so many responsibilities. I really have to take advantage of the moments that I have with her, because we are so busy, and she needs that mom time, and you can definitely see a correlation between the amount of time she gets to spend with me and her behavior. So we're usually out the door by 8 or so. Her preschool starts at 8:30. I drop her off. I go to college.
Is this a Generation Hope daycare
No,
center?
no.
Okay,
Maybe
we
one
find
day.
Okay, so you've found a sitter or a place, a
Yes,
preschool for her
yes.
on your own.
Yes.
That's good.
Phenomenal preschool. But yeah, I drop her off at preschool, then head on my way to college. I structure it so that my classes don't start until 9:30. So I get like about anywhere from a half an hour to 45 minutes of quiet time, and I don't know, I could just spend that reading a book, spending time in my Bible or something like that, just like decompressing for the day, because our mornings go very fast paced. Everything has to be kind of hit at a specific time. And then once I finish up with that, I head into my class. I have a busy course load because of my scholarships that I've gotten. I can't take any less than 15 credits a semester.
That's a heavy load.
So yes, heavy load. So I'm usually in school from 9:30 to 1:45 or 2. Next semester will be different. I'm taking a lot more classes.
Oh, are you going to be more than 15 hours?
No.
Okay.
But I'm doing a lab class, so there is an additional lab.
Those labs are long.
Tell me it's not biology.
It is biology. The thing that helps is that I come from a family of my grandpa's a pathologist and kind of has created that interest in me. So biology.
You'll ace that.
Isn't so big a difficulty. So yes, and I then after college spent some time studying either in the library. And until I have to go home. On some days I stay at school until 4. I'm also in foster care, so on some days my foster mom picks Kylene up and allows me the time to study some more. And if not, I go pick up my daughter. We do like different activities, library, park again, taking advantage of that quality time. Head home, have dinner, do our little nighttime routine, and then she's in bed and I'm back at homework until about 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. depending on how lucky I am. So it is a very busy schedule, balancing a lot of different roles. But one of the things, my role that I value the most is my role as a mother. And I in no way will allow my school, as important as it is, to trump my role as a mom.
Yeah.
So.
That brings me to another question. What do you want our viewers to know about teen parenting? In your own words, what do you really in your heart?
Well, I think the kind of public belief is that teen parents, like kind of what Nicole was mentioning earlier when I said, teen parents have this stigma of not being able to succeed. And I think lots of America is under this impression of like the teen mom stigma, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Most of the teen moms that I've met are phenomenal young men and women, or teen parents I've met are phenomenal young men and women, really wanting to succeed, love their children. And it's really just the support makes all the difference, and I feel like that's something that all the Generation Hope scholars have, and it makes a world of difference, because I've seen some parents who don't have that. I'm from Indiana, so I keep in contact with many people in different states who don't have programs like Generation Hope, and you can see the difference, and it's sad. But that's what I want to say, like teen parents need support, and teen parents are very capable of being whatever they want to be. I particularly want to be, like mentioned earlier, I want to be an attorney. I've been in foster care for a while, and not only is that my passion, but as a teen mom, like helping others and helping those people who are in unfortunate situations, and for foster care people, the chances of becoming a teen parent are even higher than if not. So that's my passion, and that's what drives me. And being a mom at a young age doesn't change your passion and doesn't change your drive. It's just the support that really changes it.
Very well said. Thank you so much. Nicole, I know we don't have much time, but I do want to take the time to have you tell us where you see Generation Hope, say even in the next, say, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
What is your wish list?
I think I definitely see the next layer of programming for our organization to really be doing some academic interventions for the children of our scholars. So we have them with us at this really critical time in this early childhood phase, from infancy to, I think the oldest child in our program is probably 8. So if we can do anything around helping them with their reading skills and their math, and helping our scholars learn how to become more engaged in their children's education, I think we have that opportunity, and the outcomes for the children of teen parents are equally dismal. So I think another layer of programming really focused on the children of our scholars is something I'd like to have us do. And then, the number one question we are asked whenever we have media coverage is, when can you come to our city? And so this is a national issue. It's not unique to DC, as Colleen just said. So, you know, I think in the future, we'll definitely be looking at what other cities it makes sense for us to move to as an organization. But we're very wedded to DC and getting our footing established here first.
Okay, very good. So you're looking to expand.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you both so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time. I know how busy you are, and you know you probably had to take off. Did you take off from your classes today?
I'm doing 2 summer classes,
Oh, okay.
but they're
Okay.
online,
Okay,
thankfully.
okay, that's good. Well, I am very honored and so
Thank
appreciative
you.
that you guys came by to share with us. And I want to ask if you would come back and just keep us
Yeah.
posted. We want to track you. You know, next time I'll be saying attorney back. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having
you.
us. We really appreciate
You're so
it.
welcome. Well, our time is up, and it seems like we've just gotten started. If you would like to get in touch with Nicole, her information is scrolling on the screen right now. Thank you for watching In the Cool of the Day, and we will see you again next week. Have a great weekend.